Good morning, boys. How are you? Okay, yes. Our letter today is the letter D. 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 Okay, yes, let us go to the letter D. Okay, yes. Here we have the fourth letter in English, and it's the letter D. All of you say D. 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 Okay, good. How to write the letter D, or how can we write the letter D? Okay, look here. Capital D, here we have capital D, and this is small d. Capital D and small d. Look at the capital D, okay? We write capital D like this, okay? First, from up to down, like this, okay? The first step, okay? From up to down. And then here we have from up to down, round, round, like this, okay? Yeah, this is the uppercase D or the capital D, like this. Again, all of you write capital D like this, capital D, okay? And then here we have small d, small d. How to write small d or the lowercase d? Okay, like this. Small d, it is like C, up and then down. Okay, again, round, up and down. Again, round, then up and down. So here we have capital D and small d. Capital D and small d. Okay, yes. Let us go to the words which begins with the letter D. Here we have three words, okay? Okay, look at this picture, okay? What is this? It's duck, duck, duck. Again, all of you say duck, duck, duck. Write duck like this. D U C K. Again, D U C K. Duck. Duck begins with the letter D. Duck begins with the letter D. Look here. Here we have the letter D. Duck. D, D, D. Duck. Duck. Okay, good. Let us go to the second picture. Okay, look at this. It's a big animal. Okay, this is a donkey. Donkey. Again, donkey. 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 Donkey begins with the letter D. The word donkey begins with the letter D. D O N K E Y. Again, D O N K E Y. Donkey. Donkey. So donkey starts with the letter D. Good. Okay, let us go to the third picture. Oh, what is this? It's a dog. 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 Write dog like this. D O G. Again, D O G. Dog. Dog begins with the letter D. Dog begins with the letter D. D O G. Dog. So here we have, again from the beginning, we have today our letter is D. D pronounce it as D, 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 D. Like what? Like duck, duck, duck. And then we have dog, dog, dog. And then we have donkey, donkey, donkey. Okay, here we have three words which begins with the letter D. Okay, look at your book. Here we have a small d and here capital D. Okay, You can find this in your student book. Okay, the letter D. Okay, D. This is a small d. We write small d like this, and this is capital D. Okay, so what is this? Good. It's duck. 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 And duck begins with the letter D. And look here. What is this? It's a donkey. 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 Donkey also begins with the letter D. D-O-N-K-E-Y. Donkey. And the last word here we have dog. 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 Right? Dog like this. D-O-G. Again, D-O-G. Dog. Good. Let's go to the second page. Okay. Here, color and write. Color and write. We are going to color a small letter here. Color these letters. Okay. Small d, small d, small d. Color them. Okay. And then color this. Small d. Okay. Like this. Okay. Inside the letter. Okay. Color it. And then write here small d, small d, small d, small d, small d, small d on dots. Okay. And then write here small d. Okay. In each box we are going to write small d here. Let us go to the capital D. Okay. Here we have capital D. Color them. Okay. Capital D here. Okay. And then here capital D. Okay. Write here capital D, capital D, capital D on dots. And then here, write capital D in each box. Okay, capital D. And then color capital D here. Okay, so read and put check like this. Okay, yes. Is this picture duck or banana? Good, it's duck. Okay, so check here, duck, the circle. Okay, let us go to the second picture. What is this? Is this ant or book? Good, it's a book. It's a book. So check here, book. Okay, good. And the third picture here. Is this cat or dog? Good, it's a dog. It's not a cat. It's dog. Okay, so dog here. Okay, this is, you can find this on page 13. Okay, in your student book. Okay, let us go to the practice book. Okay, here our practice book. Okay, say and color. What is this? It's small d. Color small d, and this is capital D. Color capital D like this. Okay, so here we have lowercase d and uppercase d, or small d and capital D. And then we are going to color these pictures. Okay, color donkey, and then duck, and then dog. Duck, dog, duck, dog. Okay, good. Here, so right here, D, donkey, D, duck, D, dog. And then here with capital D, donkey, capital D, duck, and capital D, dog. And then we are going to write here, okay, small d, okay, several times, and here capital D several times. Okay, thank you for following. See you next week. Okay, bye.